Today is Sunday, 9th of June 2024. From the history point of view, Lal Bahadur Shastri became the second Prime Minister of India on June 9, 1964. He succeeded Jawaharlal Nehru, who was India's first Prime Minister. From international history, 1957, on the same day, first ascent aboard a peak by Fritz Interstellar, Marcus Suchmak, Kurt Temberger, and Hermann Boll. 1959, the USS George Washington is launched. It is the first nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarine. Starting the newspaper, analyst with the newspaper, The Hindu states that morning Digest Narendra Modi to take oath as a Prime Minister for the third consecutive term. CWC asks Rahul Gandhi to accept leader of opposition post in the Lok Sabha, and more. A view of the ongoing preparation on air of the swearing in the ceremony of the Prime Minister and the other members of the Union Council of Ministers at Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi on June. Prime Minister designate Narendra Modi is set to take oath on Sunday for the third straight term, that is today, as the head of the coalition government after two full tenures in which the BJP enjoyed the majority on its own. India on Saturday announced that the leaders of the 7 countries from its neighboring hood and the Indian Ocean region, including Maldives President Mohammad Muizzu and Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, will attend the swearing-in ceremony scheduled to begin at 7:15 p.m. on Sunday, that is today. The Hindu also states that epigraphs shine light on Kashmir's rich culture past. Visitors attend the week-long exhibition on architectural epigraphy in the modern Kashmir held at the Kashmir Art Emporium in Srinagar on Saturday. Inscriptions from 40 heritage sites have been deciphered and are on display at a Srinagar exhibition. They depict the cross-cultural connections that have framed Kashmir. Epigraphs from the 16th to the 19th centuries on a display at a Srinagar exhibition shine a light on Kashmir's past and throw up new details about the domination of the Persian language. Local Hindus praise for Sultan Sikandar and the community walls constructed by the Mughals. Epigraphs or inscriptions, including the calligraphic work from the 40 heritage sites in Kashmir, are on display at Srinagar's Kashmir Art Emporium. While an exhibition started on Saturday, it maps architectural epigraphy from the early modern Kashmir and puts a spotlight on inscription on khanqahs, mosques, temple shrines, and mausoleums. Epigraphy architecture is an important and essential part of what is defined as a material culture. In addition to textual and oral histories, we are increasingly looking at the material culture to look at the past. Epigraphs have the potential to even correct the errors which have crept into our textual historians. Hakim Samir Hamdani, author and the design director of Intech Kashmir, told The Hindu. Muslim calligrapher, Hindu engraver. Another inscription from the Jamia Masjid in Srinagar highlights the reconstruction was seen by a native Kashmiri engineer, historian, and administrator Malik Haider of Chardura area. The inscription is from the period when mosque was burnt during the Emperor Jahangir's time. The calligrapher was a Kashmiri master Mullah Murad, famous as Shirin Kalam, sweet pen. But the engraver was a Hindu, Hariram, whose name is also recorded. He added, exhibition evoked a healthy response on the day from art and history lovers in the valley. Kashmir has a rich heritage gardens, monuments, and the bridges came up in the different areas. All these have foundation stones. This event is to bring the translation of these foundation stones to the younger generations to highlight the rich past. Mahmood Shah, director of the handicrafts and the handloom department, said. The Hindu newspaper also states that Chandrasekhar Azad, the Dalit commander, an illustration of Chandrasekhar Azad is here, the leader of the Azad Samaj Party, who won from the UP's Nagina, says his work will be for Dalits, tribals, Muslims, youth, and women. And it will always be against injustice. Sitting in his room at the Western Koto Madhya Pradesh hostel along Chapnath Janpath, Chandrasekhar Azad filled the calls on a phone that does not stop ringing. Two other Uttar Pradesh police personnel are sitting on the couch next to him. There is a beeline of journalists, fellow MPs, politicians, and political workers waiting to meet him. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that election results 2024 updates. Prime Minister-elect pays tribute at the Rajghat War Memorial ahead of the swearing-in. PM-elect Narendra Modi pays tribute at Rajghat ahead of his oath. Election results 2024 updates. NDA Parliament Party leader and Prime Minister designate Party Narendra Modi be sworn in Prime Minister for the third consecutive term today. President Draupadi Murmu will administer the oath of office and secrecy to Modi at 7:15 p.m. at Rashtrapati Bhavan's forecourt. News on also stated that Canadian Intel chief visited India twice to discuss Nijar case. Intel chief visited to India twice to discuss Nijar case. New Delhi tornado at the head of the Canada's intelligence agency made two unannounced visits to India in the first quarter of this year to meet the Indian officials to discuss the killing of the Khalistani activist Hardeep Singh Nijjar. People familiar with the matter said. The Times also stated that heat wave likely to in the northwest. Flash floods in coastal areas, Indian Meteorological Department says. Maximum temperatures were in the range of the 42 to 45 degrees Celsius in many parts of the eastern Uttar Pradesh, northern Madhya Pradesh and western Uttar Pradesh. A fresh spell of heat wave is likely to begin over the northwest India from the June 9. The Indian Meteorological Department warned on Saturday. It also warned of the flash floods over a few watersheds and in the neighborhood of coastal Karnataka, Kerala, Konkan and Goa in the next 24 hours due to the heavy rainfall. The Times also stated that it will normalize ties on the basis of mutual respect to India to China. File photo of the man walking inside a conference room used for meetings between military commanders of China and India on the Indian side of the India-China border at Bumla in Arunachal Pradesh in November 2009. India on Saturday responded to a congratulatory message from the Chinese side on the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's election victory by saying that New Delhi will make the efforts to normalize the bilateral ties on the basis of the mutual respect, mutual interest and mutual sensitivity. His name also stated that bodies of four Jalgaon students who drowned in the Russia River recovered, being flown to India. The Jalgaon district administration on the Saturday said that the bodies of two remaining students sailing from their area have been recovered by the Russian emergency services. The Jalgaon district administration on Saturday said that the bodies of two remaining students sailing from their area have been recovered by the Russian emergency service. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, rally in the small mid-cap stocks raise concerns over the valuations bubble in the market. So far in the current financial year, small and mid-cap stocks have witnessed a sharp rally, with the Building Stock Exchange small cap gaining 12.89% and the Building Stock Exchange mid-cap rising 12.18%. We are advising investors to book profit in the mid-cap and the small caps and to invest in large caps, said C.J. George, founder and managing director of Georgette Financial Services. From the banking and finance point of view, consumers expect a rise in spending over the next 1 year. Reserve Bank of India survey. Consumer confidence for the current period paused on its uptrend as the sentiments on all parameters except spending recorded some moderations in the latest survey round. The Reserve Bank of India's consumer confidence survey showed. India consumers expect a rise in the spending over the next 1 year with an increase in both essential and non-essential items, according to the latest survey of the Reserve Bank of India said. The future expectation index stood at 124.8 in May 2024, 125.2 in the previous survey round. From the aviation point of view, India features in the top 3 target markets for the London Gatwick Airport Chief Commercial Officer Jonathan Pollard. Pollard talks about the India's emergence as a key focus market for London Gatwick and the road ahead, edited experts says. London Gatwick Airport as Chief Commercial Officer Jonathan Pollard. Over 6.6 lakh pensioners use facial recognition tech for the life certificates, while around 60 lakh digital life certificates were received from the pensioners during the financial year 2023-24. It said EPFO has more than 78 lakh pensioners who are required to submit a life certificate every year for continuation of the pension being paid to them. EPFO has more than 78 lakh pensioners who are required to submit a life certificate every year for continuation of pension being paid to them. Going towards the world news, including Haiti's new prime minister hospitalized days after being selected to lead country's official says aid is delivered to Gaza from newly repaired United States built choir. United States official says Colombia to suspend coal exports to Israel over the war in Gaza. Iran blames Israeli attack on Gaza on the inaction by the world states United Nations Security Council. Key takeaways from the BBC debate on the United Kingdom polls. Rishi Sunak criticized future leaders clash and smaller parties shine. Polls suggest Labour's Keir Starmer to Trump Rishi Sunak for the effect on United Kingdom election. Going towards science and tech, we have what is the National Health Claim Exchange explained. The National Health Claim Exchange will serve as a gateway for exchanging claims, related information among the various stakeholders in the healthcare and the health insurance ecosystem. The story so far is that the Health Ministry, along with the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India (IRDAI), are working on the measures aimed at allowing the patients to access quality health care swiftly and with reduced out-of-the-pocket expenditure. The Ministry and IRDAI are launching the National Health Claim Exchange (NHCX), a digital platform which will bring together insurance companies, healthcare sector services providers and common insurance scheme administrators. Brown Botany and Brownian Motion, a portrait of Robert Brown. Even a little over 200 years ago, the world was very unlike what we are used to every day now. Instant communications was inconceivable. Getting from one place to another was often a slow, laborious process, and vast spaces were still uncharted. Australia was one such landmass. Really, the HMS Investigator was a British vessel used for an expedition from 1801 to 1803 and to map the Australian coastline. A part of this expedition was Robert Brown, a botanist who went on to contribute immensely through his original work on the flora of Australia. Indian Council of Medical Research study finds that drivers of the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy. A survey-based study by ICMR was held between July and September 2022, involving 600 adult participants. Of the 600 participants studied, 524, that is 87.3%, have taken only one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, while the remaining 76 respondents, 12.7%, were unvaccinated at the time of the survey was conducted. A small survey-based study held between July and September 2022 involving 600 participants from two blocks in the Gorakhpur district in Uttar Pradesh has found that COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy among the participants was around 12%. This included those participants who were not vaccinated or had only received only one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine during the period of the study. The study did not include those who are fully vaccinated. Of the 600 participants, 524, that is 87.3%, had taken only one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, while the remaining 76 respondents, 12.7%, did not get vaccinated at the time of the survey was conducted. By the end of the September 2022, while 900 million people were fully vaccinated with the two doses, nearly one-fourth of the total population were not vaccinated with even one dose. The study was conducted by Indian Council of Medical Research Institutes and published on the May 9 this year in the journal PLOS ONE. DG Yatra enrollment process and FRT back in question again. DG Yatra enrollment process and FTR back in question again. DG Yatra is actually a paperless facial recognition technology used for flyer verification at the Indian airports. With Tara passenger on Friday bumped into the DG Yatra enrollment process unknowingly and unwillingly at a boarding gate of Rajiv Gandhi International Airport, Hyderabad. When he inquired about it on X, the airlines confirmed that the cameras placed at boarding gates are for the DG Yatra process and applied to all customers. DG Yatra is a paperless facial recognition technology used for flyer verification, even for foreigners at the Indian airports, that is designated to facilitate seamless access to the terminal and boarding. And last, there's a famous quotation said by APJ Abdul Kalam, whose full name was Ol Pakir Jainuddin Abdul Kalam. Birth anniversary is 15th of October 1931 up to the 27th of July of 2015. Was an Indian aerospace scientist and statesman who served as the 11th president of the India from 2002 to 2007. Born and raised in a Muslim family in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. He studied physics and aerospace engineering. He spent the next 4 decades as a scientist and a science administrator, mainly in DRDO and ISRO. Defense Research Development Organization and Indian Space Research Organization was intimately involved in the India's civilian space program and military missile development efforts. He thus came to be known as the Missile Man of India for his work on the development of the ballistic missile and launch vehicle technology. He also played a pivotal organizational, technical, and political role in India's Pokhran's second nuclear tests in 1998, the first since the original nuclear test by India in 1974. Mr. Kalam says a famous quotation. He says that to succeed in life and achieve results, you must understand and master three mighty forces, that is, desire, belief, and expectation. Okay, thank you.